Hey, everybody, and welcome to the MURCA Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, just an open chat between me and my viewers. I like to be accessible. If I've said something that you disagree with, feel free to come in and let me know. You can just come in, ask questions, suggest topics, have a good time having a conversation with the community here. You can even just talk amongst yourselves over in the live chat if you want to. What you do while you're here is up to you. But if you want to, the reason I'm here, the main reason, other than to just answer questions and address topics, is to be here if you disagree with me. If you want to come in the live chat and let me know where I'm wrong about something, feel free to come in. We'll do a spank the yank. You'd think there'd be a lot of people wanting to come in to a spank the yank because of all the people who jumped to conclusions the other day, a bunch of reactionary people who think I was actually promoting taking guns away from veterans who suffer from PTSD, even though if they bothered to watch the video, they would just see that was the topic that was presented to me. And my response was absolutely not. But it was a little test to see how many reactionary assholes watch my channel. But, it loses me subs, yes. But, that's not what this is about. I don't want people watching my channel that refuse to think or that refuse to do the due process, their due diligence on forming an opinion. People who just want to react and be justified in their anger. I don't need that. And here's the thing. If you're one of those people that gets mad when I say, hey, this scummy kind of person I don't want here, and you go like, oh, I'm so mad, I'm leaving. Well, that means you're that scummy kind of person. If I stand up right now and go, all pedophiles are garbage, and you're like, oh, you're an asshole when you leave, well, everybody's gonna think you're a pedophile, and rightly so. So when I say this type of unthinking, brown nosing, weak-minded, sycophantic piece of shit isn't welcome on my channel and you get offended, well, guess what that means? If you're not that, I'm not talking to you. But if you're offended, well, then you're probably who I'm talking to. And I don't want that here. This is not a channel for me to get rich or popular or famous in the gun world or get power working for an organization. Believe it or not, I've had offers to do that shit before. Back in the day, people used to want me to come work for them. Nowadays, not so much because they know I don't keep secrets. But you'd be surprised the things I've turned down in my YouTube career, especially like in 2013. But as always, instead of starting to chat with bitching, I usually start at reading if we got any orders. And I think we had an order today. Let's see. We got one order from Craig Simon over on our website. I read those because that does go to support TYMP. So I want to say thank you for that. We don't have any new Subscribe Star members or patrons. In fact, we've lost patrons, which Patreon is declining quickly. I got to do something about that soon. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. I don't know what to do, especially when YouTube keeps unsubbing everybody from me. But if you want to go over and support this channel, you want to buy merchandise or anything like that that this channel makes, go on over to TYMPpistolproject.com, like it says right here in the bottom corner of the video. You can go over there. From there, you can become a patron if you want to support Pets and Vets, Subscribe Star member if you want to support TYMPP. You can buy merchandise. You can register to become a beneficiary of TYMPP if you're someone you think could benefit from that program. You can do everything from this website. So just go over there. You'll find a way to do whatever you want to do regarding the channel, except for leaving me snarky comments. I don't think there's a place over there to do that. You have to do that through YouTube. But as I said, those are the things you can do to help the channel if you choose to do so. I will get started here by going over and see if there's any questions or comments coming in. I got a couple over here on YouTube I need to get to really fast. Jacoby said, how much does your son owe you for the ammo he used? Oh, if you watched my video yesterday, I don't know if I did it during the live part or if I did it during the middle of the video where I edit that out for the videos the next day. But I had a box of ammo. That thing was like full. There were thousands of rounds of ammo in there. It was 9mm, loose Minuteman 9mm. And I went the other day to get some 9mm to test the zombie slayer gun that we're giving away because people said you should test it. So I was doing it. Went to pick the box up, almost threw my shoulder out of joint, went because it used to be too heavy for me to lift. And it's just rattling. And I go in there, there's like 120 rounds in it. Over the course of the last 3 or 4 months, My son and his friends have gone through thousands of rounds. I don't know how. They have come over and gone shooting a lot, and when they go down there, I hear a lot of gunfire. But I always assumed they were bringing their own ammo. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like they're shooting my ammo. So he's asking how much my son owes me for that. I'm like, I don't know. I'll add it to his rent and his utilities and his car payments and his insurance. So probably around now, he probably only owes me about 150 grand or something since he's turned 18. That's what my son said the other day, something about he went and mailed some packages for me. He's like, you owe me $38. And I'm like, oh, we'll take it off of the insurance payment I made for you this month that you owe me, which was $420 for your car insurance. Because it costs $860 for the two of them for car insurance. I'm like, just take it right off that. Then now you only owe me $380 or whatever. All right. Now that I'm bitching again, let's get Ghost Shadow started. Jacoby started that. Ghost Shadow says, think your son could laser etch stuff on brass? I don't know. I'm sure machine can. I know I can't. If that's your question, I'm going to have him help me figure out how to engrave the cover plate for the RMR on the gun we're giving away, because I want to put something special on it. But I'm waiting to see who wins to see what they want on it. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it. But hopefully he can. And I would think it would work on brass. I don't know. I don't have the high-end laser. I want to get the high-end laser, the one that can actually etch into metal. The one I got now just kind of like laser etches it, which means it just, like shoves a carbon marble atom into the metal or something, a carbon molecule, which, just discolors it, looks like a black mark on it. I want to get one that can actually engrave in metal, but it's expensive. And I don't know how to use the one I have, so why buy a more expensive one? All right, where was I at? Let's get over here to the questions. See if there's anything coming in today. See if people want to keep the conversation rolling. We got Dale Rickety chiming in here. Gregory Pepper did his regular donation, but he didn't say anything. And then we got Dale Rickety saying, all hail Phil. That's not a question. Always ask the hard-hitting questions, doesn't he? Then we got, that ain't a question. Then we got Mark Lax paying his $2 tithe to Phil, saying, just got another Glock 43X for EDC. Also, all hail Phil. Another 43X? You mean you got multiple ones? Jason Thompson paid his $2 tithe to Phil and said, I sent you a lot of videos. That's Officer Tater Hater. All these cops need to go to Gym Pop with Bubba. I'm not reading the rest. It's dirty. I saw several of them today. I don't know if I've seen all of them yet, but I saw several. I saw some. I think I only saw 2 today, but I don't know if I saw all of them, but I saw some of them. I haven't gone through all my videos yet today. Chris Snyder chimed in, got an entry into the silver bullet drawing and into the thread protector drawing. He said, Phil the Almighty. It's not really a question. It's not even really a statement. He just kind of had a subject, Phil the Almighty. There was no verb, no nothing. No, there's no action. What is it, like the predicate English is not my subject. Or by listening to me speak, you wouldn't think it was even my first language. But but yeah. Paul Bidenbach paid his $2 tithe to Phil and said, hail Phil, have you reached out to Minuteman about doing solid copper rounds? I have not. I haven't talked to him about it yet. I need to. Last time I talked to him about ammo, he wanted to donate to Pets and Vets by giving, a discount code. And I'm like, it seems like I'm taking endorsements if I do that. Of course, it's ammo I promote anyway, but might do it, but I don't want to make sure it's not a slippery slope. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't mind them making a donation to Pets and Vets, and if that's how they want to do it, I mean, I guess that's all right. But I got qualms with it. You know what I mean? Because it almost sounds like I'm being endorsed, or sponsored, and I don't want to be sponsored or endorsed, but we do need to fund pets and vets, and it ain't being funded right now. TYMP is being funded. It's kind of reversed. It used to be pets and vets was funded, and TYMP wasn't. Now it's pets and vets isn't, and TYMP is. All right, let's get back over to the questions. But yeah, I do need to talk to them about doing some, like, oh, they can buy like Underwood, Lee, was it at Lehigh or whatever it is stuff. That looks like that's it for the super chats over on PayPal. So let's go back to the regular questions over here. Oh, I got to see if I got any emails. I forgot to share one yesterday. I want to share that one today. We got this one here. Boom, boom. This one is from Brayton Austin. Says he picked up his first revolver, a Ruger SP-101 and 357 mag. Can't wait to load it up with some Underwood. These Ruger lovers, I always tell them, get the Smith & Wesson or get the Colt, but they love their Rugers. I don't blame them. I mean, they're good guns. And the SP-101 is a good gun. I think a lot of people like it because it's got the Tang design, it's got the rubber grip and all that other stuff, so it doesn't have that metal backstrap, because a lot of the Smiths stuff have the metal backstrap, the Rugers and the Colts have the metal backstrap. A lot of people don't like that. They like the fact that Rugers uses a rubber backstrap because it uses the Tang design. But still, really nice gun, and great gun for a first revolver. Better than mine. Mine was a little Taurus 22 Magnum, the first revolver I ever bought myself when I was 18. Before anybody starts screaming I broke the law, private sales were absolutely fine to 18-year-olds. Just most people wouldn't do it. I probably wouldn't do it because I don't trust 18-year-olds. But that's my own personal decision. It's not the government telling me not to do it. It's me deciding not to do it. Just like when I used to sell my guns privately to people, I would say, hey, can I have a copy? Can I see a copy of your driver's license and your carry permit? And if they didn't want to show me the driver's license, I was like, no, I'm not selling you the gun. And I had some people get mad, but I'm like, no, I'm covering my ass. Sorry, I'm making sure you're a resident and all this other stuff. And if you don't like my, requirements, you don't have to buy the gun from me. You can go to a gun shop or find it somewhere else. But I have these requirements, and that's fine because the government's not saying that. I'm saying that, and I have a right to say that to protect my own ass. So that's perfectly fine. Where were we at? What was we talking about? We got another super chat coming in from Jeffrey Beeson, who paid his $2 tithe to Phil, who said, for the pets and vets and Phil. Well, everything that goes to Phil goes to pets and vets. That's who Phil supports. Which you would think we would have pets and vets funded if everybody paid their tithe to Phil, but they don't. Because like right now, there's 140 people in here. If all 140 people paid their tithe to Phil, well, hell, if it's just half of them, let's say 70, that'd be $140. That would fund pets and vets. That would more than be what we need every day to fund pets and vets. We need like $30 a day to fund pets and vets. I think we figured it out one time. Remember, we all sat down and figured out like what we send out every month and how much we need to make a month and what we get on PayPal or what we get on Patreon, and then what do we need to make extra. And I think it was like $30, like $30 a day gross. And then, that ends up to like $20 take home. But that's what we needed to do every day to fund pets and vets. And we don't do that. It's like even today where we've had a few different questions, we've only made $10, $16, $18. And that's before, so. Sick boy. I should pull up and spank you for talking dirty about the SP-101. It's so nice. I got it twice, 2.25 inch and 3 inch. Waiting to find the 4-inch model to make it thrice. I had a 4-inch SP-101. I've had multiple SP-101s. I don't have a problem with them. I just don't ever recommend them if someone says, I don't have any revolvers, I want a small revolver. What should I get? There's so many I recommend first. Now, the SP101 is in the top 10 small revolvers and guns you should own, but it's not the one I recommend first. But then there's some people that their tastes definitely lean towards the Ruger, and for them, I recommend it first. Like if you like the chunkier build and, you know, the way they do their triggers and their hammers, you like the feel of it, you like the push button release, you like the tang, so the wraparound grip. You know, if you like those things, well, then, yeah, then the Ruger SP101 should be the first choice for you. But I think for most people, it just isn't. That's why I don't put it as my number one recommendation for revolver, and never will. I think you got to have specific desires and have specific tastes for it to be your number one choice. I'm trying to do things like held a pen and stuff because people would say I'm fucking up I fuck up the video and stuff, waving my hands around when I talk. People make fun of the way I move my hands when I talk. So I think I've been trying to either hold something and I've been doing this a lot. I got to quit rubbing my hands. When I'm trying not to move my hands, I end up rubbing them. And then you can hear it on the microphone. That's me trying not to be Greek, you know, because I got Greek blood in me. I got Greek and Jewish in me. Not currently. I mean, you can see behind me. But you know, I got that blood in me. So I can always use that. You got a little Greek in you? Do you want some? If I ever wanted to start picking up people again, I don't do that. I'm married, but if I wanted to start, I could use that line. All right, where's that? Oh, we got quite a few chats came in over here. I better start actually answering questions instead of rambling. Update on order 2394. Who was this? Kevin Mabry. Let me go look at order 2394. 2394. Oh, that number ain't good no more because I reordered it. So I got to know what. Let me look and see if I can find it. Because I canceled that one and reordered it. Here it is, right here. Because you remember I asked you to choose a different. Wait, no, that ain't it. Or is that it? Hold on. Is this the one I made myself? Yes, this is the one I placed. And it is, where's the UPS? There it is. There's the UPS tracking. In transit to next facility. When was this? March 8th. We're going to mark that as lost. Let me put in a request on this. I'm going to put in where do I do that at? It's over here. Submit issue. Request reprint. Lost in shipping. Shipping issues. Request. Now, do I got to do that for every item on it? I think I do. Request reprint. Lost in shipping. Shipping issues. Request. Submit issue. Shipping issues. Lost in shipping. All right, I've put in an official lost in shipping request on them. So hopefully I'll hear something back within 24 hours. Usually they get those out pretty quick. Where was I at here? Anthony Clark says my first revolver was the GP 100 4-inch on a good deal. Well, I'm not slamming them. I'm not a Ruger hater. I got a bunch of Rugers. Look at that. Look at all them Rugers. Where are my Rugers? There's a Ruger. There's a Ruger. There's a Ruger. Ruger. And that's hard to say that all that many times in a row. I'm just saying, not my first recommendation. First, a J-frame style revolver, because it is a little bigger, a little heavier, only holds 5 rounds. Some of the competition is either smaller, lighter, or holds more rounds. Now they're not cheap anymore. Hell, they charge as much for them. They charge more for them than a Smith & Wesson Model 60. Their MSRP, I think, is $100 more, and that's hard to justify. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little worked up, I guess. People are trying to give me a heart attack. We got an order over here on the website for some magnets. Who ordered these magnets? This was Kyle Lejeune. Oh, I hope they make that Hootie one. They stopped making the shirts for the Hootie one for some reason. They're touchy about that one. Like 2, I guess. All right, let me get back over to the questions. I think I'm getting very easily distracted today, it seems like. Who was that? Okay. Michael C3PO did his $2 tab to Phil and said, "Did you see the Spore carbine revolver? I know I did not. Don't make me look at things that are going to be costing me a lot of money. Don't do that. That's mean. You shouldn't do that." I'm going to look, though. Hold on. I'll share the window. The Spore revolver carbine. Let me share the window. Share screen. Window. Let's go over here. Type it in. Images. Well, you know what? I'm really. Okay, now that I like. Of course, that's not what it actually looks like. If it looked like that, I'd take it in a minute. But that's a fake picture. It apparently looks like that. I can't say that I'm too upset that I can't afford that. Although it might grow on me. I don't know. It might grow on me. But don't point out things like that. That's cruel. That's cruel. You know I ain't got no money. Kevin Rawlings. I went to school with a Rawlings. He died. I think while we were still in high school, he died. What was he? It might have been Kevin. I don't think it was Kevin, but was Brett Rawlings? Might have been Kevin Rawlings. But he died. He fell through the ice on a pond by himself while he went out to go fishing. Cut a hole and fell, and then it cut through and he broke through and he fell in and he died in the pond. They tried to revive him, but he'd been in the water for like an hour or so. So he was brain dead. But, that's a feel-good story, wasn't it? Did I even read his chat? I don't think I did. Hold on. Sent you email of little doggy. I'm going through puberty. My voice cracked there. Oh. Here it is. Kroshnikev sent this over. Let's share that. Share screen. Winder. It's a puppy. Look at the puppy. This is Donnie. He is 13 and loves to snuggle with a blanket. Oh, isn't he cute? He's sweet. It looks like a Beagle Chihuahua mix or something. Love beagles. I had beagles as a kid. They're so loud. We didn't keep them in the house. My grandmother didn't allow pets in the house, so they had pens outside. We had hunting dogs, and they stayed in pens outside. I never could stand them being in the pen all the time when I was a kid, so I'd go out and let them out, let them run around, but wasn't supposed to. Or I'd go sit in there with them. I used to have to go in there and brush an area where it was nice and clean because I didn't want to be near dog poop. But I was kind of a prissy little kid. I didn't like to be dirty when I was little. I'd go out and get muddy and stuff, but then I immediately demanded a costume change once I got dirty. Jason Thompson, Officer Tater Hater, did another $2 tithe to Phil and says, Yank, not the police, wanted me to share her channel. Great content, putting police dash cams and body cams out there. Not the police. I think that's the channel. So people search for Not the Police. You could put the link to their channel in the comment section. It won't go as a link, but people can copy and paste it. Put it in the comment. Put it in the live chat. Not the police. Don't go there if you're a big blue line person or bootlicker. You probably won't like it. Clinton Barella. Once again, we had their pasta last night. I had spaghetti. Skitty. The only gun I regret trading was the GP 100 3-inch. I can get one whenever, but not new for $500. That's true. That's the bad thing about selling something off. Going back and getting it later, it's more expensive than you remember it being. Maybe not more expensive than, inflation or cost of living, stuff like that, which I've proved in one of my videos recently. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, when you go back to buy it again, it's pricier. Like that Colt I got right there. I got an original Colt Python, first edition Colt Python. Not first edition, but it was like made in the 80s. I've got one that was from 1937, but I got that one right there. I think I paid $500 or something like that, $500-600 for it, but I couldn't sell it now and then buy it again for that. Would not happen. People are like, how'd you get that so cheap? I'm like, well, it was like 1989 or something. Got to remember, I'm fucking old, people. So you got to be careful when you say I'm fucking old. If you say it the wrong time, like during intercourse with your spouse, so it can get you in trouble. But yeah, the GP100s. I like GP1. I have a couple GP100s. I got a 10 millimeter GP100 and a 357 mag GP100. Why I have a 10 millimeter one, I don't know. Because it's like stupid. It's like saying I have a I don't know what it'd be like saying, but it doesn't make sense. It seems like it cancels itself out. Like it's a 10 millimeter revolver. It's like saying you have, I don't know, a manual toaster, like a manual transmission toaster. It just doesn't go together. Let's get back to the questions here. Did I read his question? Yes, that was Clinton Barella talking about the GP100. Johnny Mandrick chimed in here. Let's see what he had to say. I'm sure it's something very, very, very enticing and very interesting. No merch tonight. Waiting on the Were Possum and North American Armored in a shirt. What do you mean? The North American Armored is in a shirt. The possum? You mean the one, the Acorn Wars? That's up. The American Armed Possum, the North American Armed Assault Possum shirt is up, as is the one that I was originally intending to draw before I got distracted and made that one. The Acorn Wars, those are both up. But the Were Possum shirt is not up yet. That's going to be a while. So if you want to get them all at once, you'll have to wait because it's going to take me a while. I've not been real motivated to draw the last couple of nights. Been angry, just angry, fuming. Michael C3PO says LCR is a nice J-frame Ruger. Well, yes, and that's a great one. I recommend that one. That is an awesome one. If you're not wanting all steel or anything like that, the LCR is one of the best carry revolvers you can buy. Period. You're not going to get a better one. Not much better anyway. So I'm not a Ruger hater. The SP101 is just not my first choice for a small all steel small revolver. At that size and weight, it should either have 6 rounds or it should be a little smaller and lighter. I'm not saying it's too heavy or it's not acceptable for carry. It's just that there's other options. So I do like the LCR a lot. The LCR X. Let me specify. I'm not a big fan of internal hammers. LCRX, I like. My mom chose the regular LCR. I got her one. Crazy Pitbull 16 says matte stainless or brushed stainless 1911. Ooh, it depends on how they do it. I mean, like my specialist is matte stainless. My Nighthawk is matte stainless. Now I got one that is a combination of matte and brushed. But if matte finishes are done well, I think they look better. I like them, and I love like a combination of matte, like it's all matte finish, and then they brush the slide. That looks the flats on the side. That looks good. But I like a brushed finish. I really do. I like a satiny brushed finish or a satiny matte finish, like a pearlescent kind of matte finish. You know what I'm talking about? Am I making myself clear? I don't know if I'm making myself clear or not. I very seldom do. But we're about out of time. Let me make sure I'm all caught up on the questions. I do believe we are caught up. Yes, John Mandrick was the last one over there. Crazy Pitbull 16 was the last one over here. I got like 2 minutes. Let's see if there's any questions over here I can get to. Trying to be a school teacher. Okay, be a school teacher. It sounds like it's not hard. I was one sort of for a while. I did student teaching, but then I went back and changed my major because I did not like the kids. But my minor was in education. And it was going to be my major, but remember when you start 1 or 2 endorsements, it's easy to get 20 more and then turns into more. That's why I say so slippery slope. Kyle Rittenhouse is working at a gun shop in Milton, Florida. Now he's a Florida man. Well, good. I hope he does well, to be honest. I hope he stays out of the limelight because, I mean, he was never in the limelight for a good reason. And then a lot of people who don't understand that and are the worst examples of people in the gun community and in life in general decided they were going to make a poster child out of him, even though he was not in the media in the spotlight for a good reason. He was a kid that got caught in a very bad situation. Not something you want to glorify, but it doesn't mean people should wish him harm or wish him to not do well. I hope he stays out of the limelight. I hope he has a good career, enjoys himself, has a good life, all that stuff. But I don't think he should be trying to be a spokesman for the gun community. And then a lot of those people did him dirty. You saw how he, started talking about how a lot of the people that cozied up to him and used him at first did him dirty in the long run. That's not, unfortunately. Coolio dead. I say he did. Yes, he is dead. I bought a Ruger SP101 in 2001. Loved it. Taught me 357 snubbies are practical. Well, they're awesome, actually. If all my subs gave me $5 every month, I'd have enough money to consider getting a new gun. Also, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Take what you get. Well, she had like pool balls. Those wouldn't make her your uncle. You got to be more specific. If she had testicles, she'd be your uncle. If all my subs gave me $5 a month, how much would that be? Oh my God. Well, I wouldn't be here doing this. I'd disappear. Because how many subs I got? 372,000. Let's see. If all my subs tomorrow gave me $5, like if they went over and did a PayPal donation of $5, let's see what that would be. 372,235 is what it looks like it is there. Times 5 equals, that's about $2 million almost. Yeah, I'd be gone. You wouldn't see me anymore. I'd be living on a beach somewhere. Yeah, you just wouldn't see me anymore. I just put people like, where'd Yankee go? And they'd be like, maybe we shouldn't have given him a couple $1 million. Because that's why I always say I don't want to get successful enough to be tempted, because I know I'm going to sell out if someone offers me enough money. With that being said, I think that means we are all out of time, and I think we're all caught up on all the super chats and everything. Yes, we are. So I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank everybody who kept the conversation going, although tonight I just mostly rambled. Some people say those are the chats they like the best, and I call those people nuts, or ass kissers. But like I said, thanks for everything y'all do for the channel. Remember, make sure you're still subscribed. You got your notifications turned on because YouTube did a mass unsubscribing from my channel the other day. So make sure that, and when they do that, they also turn off notifications for a lot of people too. So go make sure you're still subscribed and have your notifications turned on. I hope to see y'all again tomorrow. Thanks for everything you do. I appreciate it. Until tomorrow, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again. Even though I kind of messed that up.